G'day, I'm Owen, and you have joined me for a game of War Selection. We'll go straight into it. Let's not mess around. And I just have to tell a bit of a story before I even get into looking at the players and looking at the map and dissecting anything here. So I sat down this afternoon to have I do a couple of casts, get a couple of videos up. Okay, people don't want anyone to leave. We get that. Anyway, I just cast this really good game. It was not this one because I like to go into games without knowing what's happening and all that sort of thing. And so I got into it, and it was a great, absolutely epic game, and I was so excited to put it up here on the channel. And then found out I had the wrong settings set up on the recording software, and so all it had me was ranting about a game, and there was absolutely no gameplay on the screen, just me sitting there talking about it, talking about what was happening on the screen, which would have made absolutely no sense to any of you. So that was a waste. Well, it wasn't a waste. One, I got some casting ability in. It's good to practice, good to get something done, and I enjoyed it, but unfortunately you didn't get to see it. Now I'm thinking of doing it again. As I said, it was an hour and a half, and I'll try and put the enthusiasm into it like I'm seeing it for the first time, I suppose, but I know what happens, and it was a great game, and there were some really good bits in it. So I will try. But anyway, enough of that. Let's have a look at this particular game. I think we have... I find it hard to go through all these names. We have player nobody just picking inhumane or inhuman, depending on how you want to say it. Fiery, Trodge, Gog Monkey. I don't see any names that I've recognised from previous, but Hariba Monte Cristo. That's interesting. Some names here, but we'll see how we go. So we have our top versus bottom on the screen. Decent game of War Selection, so we'll find out how this goes down. Just having a squeeze. Now there's this one will be a good land battle. The bits of water that we have obviously aren't going to affect too much as regards strategy. But now in saying that too, and I will say that I like to have the fun here. You will not find over-analysis or detailed meta talk and things like that. And if I'm questioning a player's ability, just remember, I'm not a high-level player either, so I'm more just having the fun. Couple of warehouses. Obviously not wanting to walk far for their food. And we have a fight pit coming in by Pitbull. Makes sense. Now, being the furthest away from the action, I do wonder how that will pan out. I'll just see if anyone's dropped yet. Not yet. Our player down here, 5049. He's just taking his time. Population capped. Going in with the worker on the scout, and they took that down. But 5049 does need to get houses in, but they've done so. So more population available. This is good. Not seeing too much happening on the map. Now, as this channel is just starting to grow, let me know about ways it can improve as regards the technical side, sound, and everything. I so much appreciate the feedback I've gotten so far. That is awesome. And if you're not familiar with War Selection, let me give you a quick rundown as well. It's free to play. There is an advantage in purchasing the whole game. You get every civilization that they've done. Every nationality is probably the better way of saying it. So you do get more specific units, but they are not required to jump in and play this game. So if you're sitting there going, do I want to play this? Well, you can just give it a go. I think it's just on Steam. Get it, download it, start playing. And if you want to do the grind, and some of you out there probably would, you just say, right, I'm going to not want to spend any of my hard-earned on this game, despite the fact that developers putting in a lot of time and effort. Well, you don't have to. You can grind and get the tech points necessary. And in so doing, you can start buying nationalities. And eventually, if you really want to do, build up your tech points, you can get everything. So they make it so you don't even have to spend money if you choose not to. Just so I will let you know, for full disclosure, I did pony up some cash for this game. So I do have, when I play, access to all the civilizations or the nationalities. That has not helped my gameplay. And in fact, that's so disappointing because the last game I played, the person didn't have, to my knowledge, any specialized nationality, and they played a really good game. And I think I just want to highlight that from the point of view of you can do that here in War Selection. So the developers have done a great job in that regard. Oh, now we have one of my favourites. We got the boar. He's going after the workers. He's managed to get through. Oh, no, he's turned around. He got through the houses, but they got far enough away, and there's a tiger down there. So you want to be careful about that in this game if you're not familiar, because those bludgers will hurt you and hurt you bad. Now, this is a standard start. Nothing crazy has kicked off yet. Who do we have here? 5049. So we're keeping our eye on them. They are, again, population capped. Well, just keep an eye on that in any real-time strategy, because if you are familiar with playing, or rather, no, not necessarily playing. I will say, if you are familiar with watching real-time strategies, I will get back to that, because we've got a bear. He really doesn't like this bludger. Is he going to make it? Oh, he just got outside of the range. And this bear's now just having a shot at everyone, but now he's running home saying, I've had my fun. But our player here, Trodge, is deciding that they are giving up on their forward position and they are building up down here. So are they going for a defensive wonder build? It'll be intriguing to see how this one plays out. And what I was saying about real-time strategy, though, if you listen to casters, and particularly some of the professional players, they will tell you that it's a race. Yeah, you start and you want to keep moving forward. So whenever you get population capped, it's like stopping. You're not moving forward anymore. So you really need to make sure that you keep your population available so you can keep churning out units, no matter what those units are. Because those critical few minutes, and you might say in War Selection, I should finish that statement first because I know what I was saying, but those critical few minutes that you're losing across the course of the game will just slow down your development. Now, in something like StarCraft, that is obviously very critical. You'd say in this game, not so much, but that's not necessarily true. You can more adjust your strategy in this game. But if you do fall behind and someone gets that early tech up before you, and they just come in and start wiping you out, well, you will be behind very, very quickly. Now, I'm noticing that we do have this strategy. Both players in the middle have pulled back. So we've got player Nobody and Trodge. That's how you say it. Have seemed to have taken their development backwards. So their elder house is all the way to the back of the map. And player Nobody has done exactly the same thing. Nobody yet has developed too much in the regards military. And our player here in human or inhumane, I'll go with inhumane. It's looking pretty solid, getting good economy going. And now we've got the shooting range coming in. So we should see an early archer push. Well, these guys stopped. And they are gone. So I'd say due to inactivity, because they just weren't doing anything, they got kicked out of the game. And that will put the team at the bottom under a slight disadvantage, because they have now lost a player. The bear was going up against some archers. Will the ball make it? Is he going to get a shot in? Oh, that archer, he didn't like it. But they managed to take out the boar. Now, seeing this as a strategy, you build a wall around these guys, and then your geese can't get away. A couple of them have got out, just letting you know. See these lucky bludgers? Yep, they're in the long grass. They managed to get out. Apparently the rest won't be able to. So now when they get more geese, they're really close, and so that really speeds up your production of food. That boar decided to come into town. This little piggy left the market, came into town, and unfortunately did not enjoy that experience at all. So team at the top, I do believe our player over here, which is inhumane, is our team at the top. Yes, they are. They're massing to come down and have a look at our blue player here, which is 2137. Oh, J.A. Capitan. I mean, here's something going on, but I'm just not seeing. That's all it is. It's just the scout. He now knows exactly where to come in. Does inhumane. As I suspected, we're going to have an early arrow archer push. And they're off. They're coming in. They're seeing where the weak points are. The wall's coming in, but it's going to be too late. So inhumane is coming after the Capitan. The workers are standing their ground. Oh, the worker got away. He was going to build a tower, but that soon got taken out. They're not going to worry about the Guardian Tower. They can run past it. Not enough damage will be done. Capitan has run over to more Guardian Towers, so more arrows are coming out. But these archers now know that what they have done is slowed down Capitan's economy. Oh, the workers are trying to build the tower, and they're getting attacked by a boar. And then the archers are coming in at the same time. And the workers are going down. They've loaded up that tower too, but the archers are able to keep running around the map. And Capitan, I don't think, has too much in the way of military just yet. So they're relying on these static defenses, and they're still putting in more. Oh, but now 50-49 has got a couple of archers of their own to try and defend. They're trying to get a surround on. Who is going to get on top of this one? Looking like 50-49. Has taken out Inhumane. But we have more coming in. The wall hasn't gone in. So all the action is on the left-hand side of the map. It's just not enough archers, and Inhumane, humanely I might add, decides not to send those archers to their certain doom and brings them back because there just wasn't the forces there. And 21 Capitan has come around with their own archers now. So we've got Inhumane and Capitan trying to sort out their differences on this section of the battlefield. But it is Inhumane that takes the advantage there. Going it alone probably wasn't the strategy. Now we got Pitbull. They too have sent their archers in, and they're going it alone as well. But this time I think they've actually got the numbers, and 50-49 is still pouring archers up, and Pitbull has been chased back. So coming back over to this side of the map. Capitan. Capitan is sending out forces, but now, for whatever reason, Inhumane is coming back across to the middle of the map. And Capitan's forces are just coming out one by one. It's just not going to be enough, and things are not looking good for the team down the bottom. Inhumane has got the Pokey Boys. Some spearmen out. There are plenty of spearmen coming in for Capitan, but it's just at this stage not enough. Not when the archers are standing out the back. And they can basically two-shot one spearman. So a couple of spearmen there for Inhumane. But again, we got 50-49 coming to the rescue. He's got the forces there. But Inhumane is still running around trying to get some damage done. That one archer. Oh, he went down. He looked like old Robin Hood, he did. Oh, but Inhumane is still just sending in the forces. So he's got spearmen on the way, as well as archers. They've formed a line. It is all happening over this section of the map. But it's Inhumane that is having to retreat just back a little bit, though, deciding to now stand the ground as more archers come in. And now the spearmen are able to run around and get in amongst the 50-49 archers. Despite Capitan able to send out spearmen of their own, I just don't think it's enough. Oh, but Capitan retreat. Inhumane retreats just for a tiny bit. But it's decided that it's now got the numbers and it is pouring in. 50-49 is trying to hold back these archers, but there's just not enough forces there. And now are the spearmen going to start taking out buildings? Static defenses are being built. But will they come up quick enough? I don't think they can get workers there. As the archers are able to shoot over the wall. And that wall are the houses. The Capitan is still bringing out spearmen. Now Inhumane is just pushing forward, and that there is a huge amount of forces coming down for Inhumane. Lots more archers. These look like crossbows now. So Trodge is taking on Pitbull. So this was happening at the same time. So we've got a lot of action happening on this map. Pitbull have their archers here. And 5049, he was helping out Capitan, but he's had to stop that and help defend Trodge down here. But it looks like Pitbull is taking the advantage and definitely getting on top of this particular battle. But Trodge has now come in with more archers for themselves, and they're not just coming in one by one. They're coming in en masse. And we're going to see them push back. But we've also got 5049 being attacked down on the left-hand side on the minimap. We'll get down there in a second. This game is quite the good one. I think Trodge has got this. So let's go down and see what's happening. Capitan is still sending forces down to take on these archers. But Inhumane's archers are just running around this map. Probably getting good vision. And player nobody is now getting in amongst Hexahedron. So we've got activity happening everywhere across this map at the moment. Inhumane is now getting in and amongst all of Trodge's forces. They're still in the game. Or are they? Yes, they are. What do we have happening here? We've got 1, 2, 3. He's coming in to defend. So we are seeing a huge force coming across to defend both of these players. And Inhumane is being pushed back. I would say finally. That particular battle has been won. Well, what is happening up the top here? I'd say Capitan is in a bit of trouble. Look at the forces coming in for Inhumane. Pitbull is surrounded. Pitbull is going down. Let's go back up to see Inhumane. Now able to start taking out just these barracks. But what are the other guys just doing standing back here? Guys, it's sort of over here. Oh, they've seen it now. And in they go. There is action happening all across this map. Oh, that is just pigs. But this is going to be interesting when these forces get down the field. Now, we have not seen too much of this player yet. So we'll keep our eye on the minimap as we push forward. They just got to break one house. Now they're in. But the bottom team have come across to stop Inhumane's push. So I'm just keeping my eye on everything that is happening on this mini-map. But Inhumane is just being exactly living up to his name. It's definitely not allowing the bottom team players to get any foothold here, though there is a force coming up from red. They're just sitting there chilling. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Now they're coming in. They're waiting for those spearmen to be on their own, and they've just wiped them out. And now they can run down. Run down the map. That one archer, he was brave. He broke formation and was out the front. And the forces for the top side are being wiped out very quickly. So our player here, 1, 2, 3. Wanting to take out that fairly heavy force. And we're seeing this could be a decisive battle. We've got two forces coming in. Inhumane is doing a very, very good job in trying to keep the bottom side honest. Down the bottom here. 1, 2, 3. And I believe that is Hexahedron. Now working together very nicely. And they're now pushing back. These ballistas are gone. These archers. And they're Amo. Yeah, yellow player Amo. But look what's happening down this other section. I want to keep my eye here, but now I also want to go down to what is just about to occur down towards the bottom right of the map. I think this is all going to be happening shortly everywhere across this map. Now the top side is getting the advantage here, but let's see what is happening. We've got militiamen. And they're coming in to take 1, 2, 3's base. Now 1, 2, 3 has been sending forces across to help the team. And this could be concerning. That's only a couple of houses protecting the main building. The workers are off to the races. They're now starting to put in some static defenses for themselves. What are the militiamen doing? We're now into it. And it looks like the workers for Hexahedron are going down. Excuse me 1 second. Bit of allergies. And that militia attack did not work. It's still going. And now we've got Monte Cristo coming in to help out. And we've got an attack going on the other side of the map too. Is Hexahedron in massive trouble here? Pitbull is coming on down the map. Well, it's not Hexahedron. Who is our red player? Sorry, it's 1, 2, 3 that is in severe trouble here. But they are being defended by Hexahedron. But Hexahedron... nobody is player nobody, that is. It's not nobody. They're getting into it. And I believe 1, 2, 3 is in trouble here. 1, 2, 3 is running away with all the workers, but you don't want to run away with your workers because you need them to be here. Because you will need to repair this building. Does not appear to be the concern. Let's jump across to the other side of the map and see what is going on. We've got Pitbull and we've got Inhumane. This is going to be crazy. That building there is what is going to decide Capitan's fate in this game. We're just seeing 1, 2, 3 being taken down. But no one's going for his main building. $50.49 has decided to come across and start pushing Pitbull back. But Pitbull's not running away. Pitbull's now coming down to the bottom section of the map. There's just, as I say, so much happening here. It is hard to keep up. It looks like that initial attack on that right-hand side for our red player has settled down. Pitbull? What? Where are these guys going? So 50.49's trying to run away here. Run around the outside of the map. Oh, we got the fishing boats. They're taking off to the races. Did 50.49 drag all of Pitbull's forces down to the bottom just to be able to take them out? Perhaps. And now they're trying to run around the trees. And the workers are running. Everyone's off. It is a race. But the archers are coming around to meet them, and they're coming back around the other way. They're playing a game of come and catch me if you can. And these arrows are saying, well, give a go at that. This is like shooting games at the moment. They're all lined up, one after the other. And there's Pitbull's forces that are going to go down. Now this is rather crazy. Now, Inhumane surely now has got the forces to come over here and take that out. That does not look to be the concern though. We have these Bashi Baziks. I don't know, I'll learn how to say it one day. But these guys have brought guns to an arrow fight. And again, at least we got some heavy knights. We're still sending up a ton of archers. They're doing the job though, with the heavy knights and the archers. Certainly thinning out these numbers. Inhumane has now got soldiers as well, but those soldiers, well, they're not heavily armoured and they've gone down. So this has the tide turned in this game. Are we just about to see? We're going to see a massive push now across the map because so far the top team has put all of the pressure on the bottom team. But it looks like now the bottom team I've got the forces. Don't go in alone, guys. Go in together. They're going in alone. Capitan is still in it and is now putting up houses to defend. That's an interesting wall. I'm not knocking it, but maybe there's a better way. But now we've got machine gunners. These heavy knights are running in to Inhumane's city. And I don't think they'll last too long, but we have an interesting convergence of forces that are going to happen down in the bottom section of the map, which I'm just about to go to. Just keeping an eye here. The heavy knights are going down. A couple of them are just sitting in by themselves. But what's happening down here? Oh, they're just... So Trodger's got the soldiers. And there's quite... Oh, there's not that many as I thought. There's probably enough at the moment. They are soldiers against archers. And I think we're seeing more archers drop down. And now again, we have some action happening at the top of the map, which we need to get to. I think Trodger's got this covered now with the soldiers they've sent up. And there's no major reinforcements coming in. But what is happening up here? We have archers, but they're going up against machine gunners. That's not going to work out. They might get these soldiers here down. No, they won't. It's the wrong technology at the moment for 5049. Now they are trading, but they've all gone down. I think we're seeing the last of this force as well. And they're just about to drop. So the push now is coming out. So we're now at a bit of a stalemate in this game. Guardian Tower going up. Our red player here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Well, they're not going to, like, see now. Our pink player. Bazardi. Call him Bay. Bay, he's got these Sabers. Whatever they are. Saba. I don't know. But they're going to be very powerful against poor old 123's forces that are just sitting here. It's not a great deal. Musketeers, they might do something, but I don't think they'll hold up. But here we go. Trodgers now pushing across the map with their soldiers. The machine gunner is just taking pot shots at this house. Just see what will happen here. We're going to see a showdown. Now the houses are going down for Capitan, but the soldiers are coming in. There are heaps of machine gunners. We got workers in amongst them. I think the workers are taking the shots, which is allowing the soldiers to do the heavy lifting at the back. Oh no, they're militiamen. They will do some damage. but also take the shots. Machine gunners going down. And they're having to retreat. So Inhumane is backing up. But now we've got the Lancers. Or Janissary. Hexahedron. He's now turned up on the scene. Are these Dragoons? They are. They're not the Dragoons from StarCraft, the original StarCraft, but they're still pretty powerful. But they're also not much good against the machine gunners. The older Heavy Knights, well, they put up a good show, but it just wasn't enough. And now we've just got pikemen coming in, and they're going up against machine guns. Now, I don't know much about real-time strategies. I don't know much about getting into an actual fight. But I don't think, and you can tell me if I'm wrong in comments, that pikemen would be good against machine guns. I mean, it's just a random, wild, old thought. But what do we have? Trodge is sending militiamen across the map. Now, these militiamen can do. Oh, and there's quite a lot. And soldiers are coming with them. How does it go from Tombstone the movie? Militiamen are coming. And soldiers are coming with me. You hear? Soldiers are coming with me. That's not how it goes, by the way. I was just having a bit of fun. And I do have a bit of hay fever. Oh, my goodness. Who do we have here? So, Pitbull. Excuse me. Pitbull has decided that it is time. Look at these militiamen go! They're sending the cannons back. Oh, now this has got to be a decent trade. These militiamen are taking out the cannons, and that would have cost an absolute fortune to build. And they're still going. But now we have something happening down the bottom section of the map, and here we go. So Bay is coming in to 1, 2, 3. And they're taking out these static defenses. I think 1, 2, 3 is going to go down. Look at this. I'm trying to keep my eye on so many things at the moment. This game is just going off. Are they going to focus on getting the Palace, Guild Hall, whatever it is? I think 1, 2, 3 is going to be out of the game. So that will be advantage to the top team. They're gone. 1, 2, 3. Well played. Good game. Certainly wasn't just a walkover. But now are we just going to see this flood from Pitbull? And Amo. Now, if you don't know what AMO is, so I'm from Australia. It stands for the Australian Energy Market Operator. And the 2077 is how much they charge you in dollars for 1 bit of electricity. Yeah, $2,077. That is not true, by the way. That is a joke. Just for people that don't know sarcasm. I don't know who AMO is. I don't even know if that's how he says it, but I just found that a little bit funny. You may not have, but you know. If you do find it hilariously funny, that joke, then pause this game right now so you don't miss all the action, and then once you stop your laughing, come back and keep watching. Now across this map, I think we're going to see our next player going down. There goes the farm. They've only got to get to here, and there's hardly anything around that. And these machine guns doing a fair bit of damage. What are these blokes here? Workers. Not going to get too far, these workers. Capitan, I think, will be out of the game very, very soon. It's our pink player. He's also pushing across. I think we have seen the tide turn in this game rather decisively. I just don't see how the team on the bottom side will be able to come back. But it was a very good game. It went backwards and forwards. However, it's not to say it's over yet. Let's just see. Let's play this one out. Machine guns are coming in. I think the workers are coming up to repair. The Capitan, I think it's going to go down with the ship, but they're not attacking that building. What are they doing? What is Inhumane doing? They could just attack that building. Pitbull is coming back in with the cannons. And the militiamen are returning on them, but again, I don't see that holding. And yes, down has gone Capitan. I think poor old Trodge is starting to lose lots and lots of workers. Mounted guardsmen. Admire the bravery, boys, but yes, tiny bit out muscled in this instance. Now the militiamen are having a go. We got archers in amongst, we got the whole range. Type FT, and this is the Chinese unit. By Trodge. So militiamen are pouring out, but they are unable to do too much damage. Now the militia are coming on out, putting in a little bit of a fight. But all in all, the better military is doing the job. What is happening up here? We are seeing the slow sweep of the map by the look of it. I do not see the team down the bottom here being able to come back. And there is the City Hall. And that is Indian. And our player down the bottom here, Hexahedron, is out of the game. I am suggesting that this is over shortly. I think that's a safe assumption, to be honest with you. So if you do enjoy this content, then let me know. If you think it could improve in some way, let me know. If you got some really, really good games to show, then let me know and I'll cast them. If you got a tournament and you want a caster, also hook me up. If you want to do casting together, if you've got an idea about getting together and doing a game cast, also let me know. Just so, in that regard though, I do like to keep things family friendly. I'm not really into anything crass. So that's just, keep that in mind. If you have interest in doing some casting with me, I sort of think that everyone should be able to enjoy these games without unnecessary whatever you might think. But, you know, that's just a personal thing on my part. And that's sort of the brand I'm trying to build, is more fun, friendly, community style. So if you're into that, let me know. And if you're here, you probably are anyway. Still seeing a bit of a battle being put up. But the City Hall, for 5049, are they trying to come into repair? The workers can't get there, they're being blocked. We've got a couple on repairs, but there's just too much artillery now coming in. The City Hall is down. I think the only player left now in the game will be Trodge. And that's his City Hall. Everyone's backing out. They got some soldiers. They got some militia. We've also got people coming down from the top. They're going to have to respond to that if they want to hang into this game any longer. This is just taking it to the last minute. Making sure that you leave nothing on the field. Leave no doubt. We know this game is over. But, you know, you've been in the game this long. Why not finish it? Play it out to the last unit. Don't think anyone begrudges people doing this. It's not like you're floating a building around the map playing hide-and-go-seek. It's right there. If you want to come and get it, come and get it. Our top team are just ensuring this victory by the look of it. Scrolled in a bit quick. So they're going to start taking out some of these buildings. Stop the production. No, it looks like we might now be going straight for the main town hall. We're seeing some damage being done to it. We've got a repair going on. This is well played. making the team up the top definitely work for this victory. Not giving it up easy. Let's just have a look at Trodger's stats here. Still have a little bit of population. Not a bad economy left, but it is starting to run down. Look at this. We have the big surround on the town hall. Let's count this one in. It is good game. And well done to all the players in this game. I hope they enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. I really enjoyed casting it. Send me good games, as I've mentioned before. Give us tips and hints on how to improve. If you want to play War Selection, go download it for free. It's a great game. And I may be doing some other games as well at the moment. Mostly doing Age of Empires 4 and War Selection, but that range of games could change. So if you know of actually a lesser known RTS and you want to have a look at it, well, send me some games. Or if you know of a game that you want me to look at, then absolutely do that. But this town hall, despite the repair being done by the workers, is now down. Right down. And that is good game. Well done, everyone. And as I said, thank you for watching. It is genuinely appreciated. And until the next one, yeah, be kind to one another. Thanks for being here.